Hey everyone, welcome. This is vlog 17 out of 40. And today is Monday, March 24th, and it is nearly noon. So, how was your weekend? You know how my Saturday went. That was a very busy day with the picking up of my treatment table and the wardrobe cabinet that had to be moved and brought to our neighbors, or it had to be taken apart and brought to our neighbors. But Saturday evening I have been knitting, and I nearly knitted the entire day yesterday. Now, a lot of my knitting time goes into my Groningen Provinciaal design. So I have been knitting a lot, but I don't want to show the Groningen Provinciaal until later this year, until the launch. So I will knit a lot, but I can't show much. I freed 2 packages yesterday, or one on Saturday and one yesterday. So that means that I have put in some knitting in my merengue, and here it is with the first 5 contrast colors, and I just attached the 6th contrast color. So and that goes here. It's inside out, ever so sorry. This is the right side out. So yeah, I only attached the next contrast color so that I have it ready to go. And when I'm uploading and editing this, I will probably work on this a little more. And after that, I will grab my Groningen Provinciaal to knit on it again. I also worked on my socks, and they are, well, as far as I could get them, because the next stripe is this contrast color, and I need to finish that in my merengue first. I could have done the contrast stripe here first, of course, but as my merengue grows, the stitch count grows. So I am not sure if all the skeins will suffice to do a stripe in my merengue and a stripe in my socks. Hence my workflow will stay first the merengue, then the socks. I think this is 3 more packages. There's one here. I think this is one big one. And there's one here. Yeah, this is the... So, but this weekend I freed 4 Yogi Tea classic tea bags. And this is one of my favorite brands. And the smell, oh, it's so nice. So I'm really happy with my teas. And I freed a scented candle. This scent is called Jasmine and Roses, and it's really nice. And there was a lid on there, just a cardboard lid, but I opened it up because I like to enjoy the scent even before I'm going to burn it. So very happy with that. I have been doing some waiting room knitting because this morning I had to go to the medical center to have an x-ray from my neck and the upper part of my back. And I had to wait in the waiting room for the results, but there is no fracture or anything, so that's good news. But I have been doing some knitting during my wait. The stitch marker is still down here, but I had like 20 rounds done on the leg, I think. So I maybe did 15 or 16 rounds or something. I will move the stitch marker up now, the progress keeper, but this will probably not be knitted on until I am in the car or at the fair, something like that. So this will go back in the bag until it's time to knit on it, but I knitted some more this weekend. And I have a finished object. Meet Gnectar. This is my March gnome. On Saturday night I knitted the hat, and yesterday I knitted the body, the pocket, the nose, the beard and the arms. This is the last gnome in the book of The Gnomes of Grimblewood by Sarah Shearer. And this again was a lovely gnome to knit. Gnectar is also known as the marled gnome because you are marling your yarns. There are 3 shades of green in the hat combined with lenteregen, and the top of the hat is lenteregen combined with the buttermilk colorway. The pocket is one of the greens with vuur and bos, which I used for the body, combined with some yarn that I dyed up because this one is going to the fair with me. So it's I'm only using my own yarns so that I can use it on my gnome display. But the colorway that I used to combine never made it to the web shop. It was just, it didn't spark joy. Well, not to put it in the web shop. So anyways, Gnectar is knit with 2 strands, except for the beard. That's 1 strand. And there's quite some weighted stuffing in here. Nearly an entire bag. But that means that Gnectar can stand up really well. I don't do anything special. I just put the pearls in. I fill it up to here. It's upside down, of course. I fill it up to here. Then I put the weighted stuffing in, and then I cover that with a very thin layer of the fluffy stuffing. That's what Sarah advises in her book. And in one of the monthly gnome zooms, the gnome gnomes. In one of the monthly gnome zooms, I asked her if she did anything special, if she used a pantyhose or something. And she said, no, I just put it in, cover it with a thin layer of stuffing. So that's what I did as well. So Gnectar is all knitted, and this is my 5th gnome this year. So 20 more to go if I want to knit a full bingo card of gnomes. So that was my weekend. I hope you had a wonderful weekend too. Once the x-rays were done, I had an appointment with my osteopath. He had good news in the sense of that there doesn't seem to be anything wrong except for the stress reaction and the muscles that are way too tense. He strongly advised against dyeing this week. This is the 3rd week, and that's a very important week in the healing process. So I'm not allowed to dye or to stress myself. And I'm really going to take his advice because I really, really want to get rid of these pains and I want to do my work. This is a very awkward and sad start of my only two-wall hobby business. So, but well, I've said it before, it is what it is. I can only give myself the rest and the relaxation that my body needs, which I tend to do. I am so happy to be a knitter, and I'm so happy to be a continental knitter because I knit without any tension on my shoulders, neck and upper back. So I got permission to knit as much as I want, and I will definitely do that. But like I said, a lot of my knitting time will probably go into my Groningen Provinciaal. The Groningen Provinciaal design contains of 7 parts, and I think I had part 1 half finished. So it would be really nice if I could finish that today, and I'm very excited to start part 2 because this is a modular knit. So, and I already came up with the way I want to connect the pieces, and so I know it will work, but I really want to see how everything works out. So I'm really excited to work more on that. I need my pattern when I'm working on it. So Knit Companion is open the entire time I'm knitting on my Groningen Provinciaal, and that keeps track of the time that I am knitting. So I have a fair idea about how many hours I am working on that knit. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy all the crafting that you do, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.